Hi, friends, and welcome back for another Read Aloud with Mrs. Forrester. Today we are reading The Adventures of Beckle, the Unimaginary Friend. This is one of my absolute favorites. I think I've said that about 2 or 3 of these stories, but seriously, I love this book. I learned about it when I was in college, and one of my professors told me about it, and then I was at the library, and they have that cart where books are like $1 to $3 or something, and this was on there, and let me tell you how excited I was to get it. Such a good book that I got for a steal. So let's go ahead and get started so you can read about it too. Remember, we're going to focus on the characters. Who are the characters in the story? Who is the story about? All right, this story is written by Dan Santant. What did he do if he wrote the story? Yes, he wrote the words. And what do we call the person who wrote the words? The author. Good. Alrighty. The Adventures of Beckle. He was born on an island far away where imaginary friends were created. Here they lived and played, each eagerly waiting to be imagined by a real child. Every night he stood under the stars, hoping for his turn to be picked by a child and given a special name. He waited for many nights, but his turn never came. No one is imagining Beckle. His mind filled with thoughts of all the amazing things that were keeping his friends from imagining him, rather than waiting. So he was thinking about what they could be doing. So maybe winning a game, reading, music, juggling, or baking a cake. Yum. He did the unimaginable. So instead of just waiting, he's doing something unthinkable. He sailed through the unknown waters and faced many scary things. But thinking about his friend gave him the courage to journey on. Look, do you see what he's riding on? He's riding on a whale. Whales are my favorite. Until he reached the real world. I wonder what city he is approaching. I don't think it tells us. What city do you think that is? The real world was a strange place. No kids were eating cake. No one stopped to hear the music. And everyone needed nap time. Then finally, he saw something familiar. So he followed it. What do you think that is? Excuse me, do you think that's an imaginary friend? He had a good feeling about this place, but he looked everywhere, and he could not find his friend. Where is he at? Can you tell? Looks like a playground to me. He climbed to the top of a tree and looked out, wishing and hoping his friend would come. There's lots of friends there, but not his friend. He's looking for a special friend. But no one came. All the friends ran home. Looking at this tree, what season do you think it is? All the leaves are falling off of the tree. Looks like fall to me. He thought about how far he'd come and how long he'd wait and felt very sad. Then he heard a noise below. Hello? Do you think that's her? Ooh. Her face was friendly and familiar, and there was something about her that felt just right. At first, they weren't sure what to do. Neither of them had made a friend before, but after a little while, they realized they were perfect together. So they're kind of looking at each other, not sure. And then she says, Alice? And he kind of says, what? And she said, Beckle. And he said, I'm Beckle. Hi, Beckle. And they hugged. Beckle and Alice had many new adventures. They shared their snacks. They told funny jokes. Beckle looked so happy. The world began to feel a little less strange. Look, that tail is familiar. That's what he saw before that helped him lead to her. Together, they did the unimaginable. The end. So that was about Beckle. Who were the characters in this story? Yeah, good. Beckle and then the little girl, Alice. There was also the little boy and then the other imaginary friend, but they weren't mentioned very much. So if you didn't say them, that's okay. But Beckle was a main character and Alice was also a character. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this story, Beckle, or The Adventures of Beckle, the Unimaginary Friend. This is one of my favorites, like I said. Have a great day, friends. I'll see you next time.